The underworld boss returned to the cobbles in Tuesday's, January 6, episode of the ITV soap, marking her first appearance since enduring a traumatic kidnapping ordeal at the hands of Becky Swain. While Carla's physical freedom has been restored, it's clear that the psychological scars from the past few weeks are only just beginning to surface. Carla's nightmare began shortly after she and Lisa Swain became engaged. Lisa's ex-partner Becky stormed back into their lives, determined to reclaim her family at any cost. What followed was a relentless campaign of manipulation that ultimately succeeded in tearing Carla and Lisa apart. Viewers watched in anguish as Carla, emotionally battered, ended the relationship, only to later regret her decision. Hoping to salvage what they had, Carla tried to reconcile with Lisa, but her efforts were met with emotional distance. Heartbroken, Carla left her engagement ring behind at No. 6 and appeared to leave Weatherfield for a planned holiday to Spain, a trip she'd originally intended as a surprise for Lisa and Betsy. But something didn't sit right. It soon emerged that Carla never arrived at her hotel. Instead, she had been abducted and was being held captive by Becky, who continued her disturbing efforts to isolate Carla while plotting a future with Lisa and Betsy. Carla's disappearance set alarm bells ringing, and it was DC Kit Green who finally began piecing together the cryptic clues. After deciphering a reference made by D.I. Costello to Rhubarb Hill and linking it to a location named Blessing, Kit tracked Carla to a flat, but arrived too late. Becky had already realized she was being hunted and moved her captive once again. Eventually, Kit located Carla inside a shipping container. She was weak, shaken, and clearly traumatized, yet she refused medical treatment, urging Kit to focus instead on stopping Becky, who was attempting to flee to Rotterdam with Lisa and Betsy. As Kit drove towards the port, Carla made a desperate phone call to Lisa, a move that immediately unsettled Becky. Realizing who Lisa was speaking to, Becky became furious and dangerously distracted. Ignoring Lisa's pleas to slow down, she kept her foot firmly on the accelerator as Betsy screamed for her mum to stop. Moments later, chaos erupted. The speeding car became involved in a catastrophic multi-vehicle crash, marking a dramatic climax to the first-ever crossover between Coronation Street and Emmerdale, titled Corridale. The ambitious special episode launched ITV's new Soap Power Hour format and delivered consequences that would ripple across both soaps. In the aftermath, Becky was arrested, but the damage was already done. Returning to No. 6, Carla attempted to process the fallout as she overheard Betsy talking about her mum. Haunted by the words Becky repeatedly used to torment her during captivity, Carla finally confronted Lisa about the one question she couldn't ignore. Had Lisa slept with Becky? Lisa didn't need to answer. The truth was written all over her face. Crushed, Carla walked out. Later, viewers found her standing alone outside Billy Mayhew's flat, where flowers and tributes had been laid following his death in a crash. It was there that Roy Cropper joined her, and the emotional dam finally burst. Carla broke down in tears before pulling Roy into a tight hug, a moment that resonated deeply with fans. The scene sparked a flood of reaction online, with viewers voicing concern over Carla's mental state and the weight of guilt she may now carry. One fan wrote, "Carla is going to blame herself for Billy's death, isn't she? After everything she's already been through, this could break her." Another added, "If Carla hadn't tried to stop Becky, Lisa could have been killed. After Rana, just imagine what this guilt will do to her." Many viewers also picked up on Carla's instinctive turn to Roy, highlighting the strength of their bond. Carla falling apart the second she sees Roy because she feels safe with him, one fan observed. That hug said everything. Others echoed the sentiment, describing Roy as Carla's emotional anchor during moments of crisis. "Sometimes you just need a hug from your dad," one post read. The past few weeks are finally catching up with her. With Carla having endured kidnapping, betrayal, a horrific crash, and now the loss of someone caught in the crossfire, fans are left questioning how much more she can take. As guilt, grief, and unresolved trauma collide, concern is growing that Carla's latest ordeal could have devastating consequences. One thing is clear: while Carla Connor may be back on the cobbles, she is far from healed, and her darkest days may still lie ahead.